Hello, this is Patrick. Today we're going to talk about, there's some comments about tonight's, um, tomorrow night's debate and the election coming up, and I really don't have much to add. I guess I said Hillary had a 65% chance of stepping down, maybe even more. I don't know why. So in a two and a half week period, uh, it's unlikely. All right, and that's down to 40% step aside. And I think it has to do with a couple issues. One, Trump is not pushing for it. You notice he's not saying much because in the end, he rather face Hillary Clinton sick on election day than anyone else. He doesn't know an unknown entity. So I think Trump is not making a big deal of it, and it's going to allow Hillary to stay in the race. Because if he's not pushing for it, then fellow Democrats probably won't be. I'm just correcting my volume a little bit. Anyway, I did that. So that's 40%. I do get she's sick in bed. Literally, she's in bed and she's sick and she's trying to get her strength. And I don't think it's quite been decided whether she's going to go on stage or a double. And I know she has one double. As weird as that is, it might even be more. And she has and this is really strange, but it's out there. She has a clone, but the clone doesn't really work. It's more like waving. It can't speak too well on her feet. But that's all the science fiction things, and I believe it, but I know most of my audience doesn't believe it. I also have a lot of paranormal type things going around in my house, and I might report on one in the next few days. I took some photos, and it's kind of interesting, and I have some comments to make about the location of Atlantis and Lemuria. And I really think Plato's fascinating, and his talk about Atlantis is really, really interesting for humanity because it talks about a high civilization, and we can be that. We can be a lot better than we are, and that's sort of like why I make this. I'm trying to be apolitical. I think this election is important in going back to our Platonic roots, our Greek roots. And they really thought about this, the Greeks. And even though they had slaves and things, they did think about how we govern. What is beauty? Aesthetics. What is truth? And these are the things that should occupy us. And instead of getting good leadership with the philosopher kings, which, by the way, Bush and the Clintons all think they're the philosopher kings. They're just totally corrupt. And it's too bad, because a philosopher king is almost, a real philosopher king is someone who is well-rounded, well-educated, spiritually adept, and they almost live in barracks. They live a simplified life. And they do all their decisions for the state to benefit all the state, what is good for the state and the people and the citizens. We don't have that anymore. We just have total war by our elite class against everyone else. And one way you do that is you just spread division through money. That said, what else did I do? I said they don't know which Hillary to send to the debate. Here's an interesting thing. I don't think Trump will say anything if the double comes on stage. If he sees a fake Hillary come on stage to debate him, I don't think he cares. He doesn't want to switch out. Hillary's a known entity, and he's confident he can beat her. Why bring in, like, Oprah Winfrey or Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, as a presidential candidate so close to the end? he's confident he could beat those people as well, but you don't know. It's like an unknown. He's sure he can beat her, especially that she's sick. Let the Democratic press ask questions about her health. He could take the high road, and I think so. When he sees whoever comes out, he's going to accept it and debate whoever is sent out. And I think if he just sticks to the policies he wants to talk about, he's going to do. I doubt he's going to do okay. He's going to do marginally better. He's going to improve his position a little bit better. I don't know what that means. A few percent. Hillary is going to uh, uh, do worse marginally. So the debates will help Trump overall because she's not going to do so well. But it's going to be marginal. It's going to be a small amount in the period of the 5 weeks or the 5 debates. Excuse me. He will do marginally better. So his standing will improve marginally better than he is today. And Hillary's going to take a big, big fall. I mean, huge. I reported this sort of before. I haven't had any dreams on it. Now, I used to have dreams on Obama. I used to talk to Obama in my dreams in his first term. I'm sorry, people. I'm not responsible for what I told him. And I did not get any dreams on Obama in his second term. You may not believe this, but it's probably because I had a different connection with the first Obama. The second term is not Obama. It's a stand-in. And that's there too. Now, so that's why I didn't have the connection. I didn't have any more dreams. That's why the dreams stopped. And my last dream of Obama, he gets assassinated. And that has not happened, but maybe it did. Maybe it did. Because every time I douse it, this is not Obama, this person in office right now. And other people have come up with the same intuitive or psychic insights as well. The other thing is, this is Trump's election. Remember, I did a tarot spread a few months ago, and like in 2 days, I did it like 4 spreads on Trump and Hillary. But anyway, this is the outcome for, you remember, it was the tower. And the tower is, the lightning hits the structure, the tower, which is the physical world. The lightning's coming down from the heavens, is what it is, and just smatters it. And everybody's shocked. Everybody. And that is what Obama's election is going to be. I still believe he's going to win, regardless of the fact that Hillary does or does not. She's like 50-50 right now. Even though it's 40%, it's like flipping a coin. I think she could possibly die, but my dowsing said no, she should live to the election. And she's just driven. People are talking to her right now to step aside, and she won't do it. And I don't think they could force her hand. So they're going to be stuck with canceled campaign engagements and things of that nature all the time. Or they'll set it up so she can just walk and have a small audience and deal with it like that. I don't know how she's going to get through these debates. And as I said, let's ask, will Trump say anything? Would Trump say anything if he's convinced that that's not Hillary? That's a double on the stage. Would Trump ignore, how can I say it? Will Trump ignore the fake Hillary and just go on and debate? Would Trump ignore the fake Hillary? And I think he's already decided one way or the other. See, I'm doing this quick. This first time I did it. I'm getting a yes. He will ignore her, whatever it is, and go through to the election. Hillary's going to self-implode her campaign. And, that aspect of whether she was arrested, some people are saying she was arrested. I don't know. I didn't do that. but she's in really bad shape. And it could be, why say anything? Trump doesn't have to say anything. All right. So that's that. So I don't know when is the last debate. I don't know, but within this time period, it could be something could happen to her physically on one of the debates, or it's something. I always get the foundation is an issue. The email/foundation. If anything blows her out of the water, that's going to be it. The health issue will be a cover story. So if she does step aside, they'll say it's health, but it's really the foundation. And there's dialogue going between the players. Okay, I rambled a little bit, but I just wanted to give more insight into the debate and Hillary and my location of Atlantis is different than Edgar Casey. Edgar Casey and Plato said Atlantis was in the Atlantic Ocean. I have it somewhere else. So I'll do that one more time, and then I'll tell you where I think it is. And maybe some people can make a lot of money and go down there and find Atlantis. I'll say this about Atlantis and Lemuria and many other hidden treasures. Many ancient, when I say ancient, 20,000 years ago, civilizations will be discovered. And this is because the soul of these civilizations now want to be known. And everything's been kept from us, humanity. And as our old paradigm, i.e. the Clinton corruption and the Bush corruption, that government will drift away. The banks and insurance companies, they may even go away because that's the old paradigm. And you remember I said in 1980 we were such a frequency, and already we moved up to a higher. We are a higher frequency right now. That's why everything's being exposed, from what the derivatives are doing, the theft, the money laundering of the foundations, all of them. The Haiti charity that Clintons did and the Bush did together, they just took all the money. They didn't do anything in Haiti. I mean, these people are really, and that's the way they think. They think, and like Strauss. Remember that Strauss guy in France? He just raped people all his career. He he just like drinking water. He rapes someone, and they're never prosecuted. And Bill Clinton was the same way. So we are changing right in front of us, and the old paradigm is trying to stay here. That's what's happening. That's what all this riots are about, and the dark people. Yeah, someone asked about who is that dark person. Can I douse that one more time? Make sure he's totally dark. I don't know if I want to. You can kind of guess. I think you can guess correctly. Part of it is I don't like talking about these people sometimes because I don't need their doppelgangers, their dark servants. Okay, can you give me this person? Wow. Okay, let's call this 1%. Could you show me, if this is 1%, how much light does this guy have? Wow. Is this man human? Is he human? It's not going to tell me. It doesn't want me to really tell you. It doesn't happen too often. It says, don't worry about it. He's not important. These people are powerful. The Clintons are not important. The world's going to go through, and this is the birthing process. And Trump volunteered to do this particular job, but everyone else has a job to do. And the whole financial system could be on a very delicate point. And I don't know if it's going to survive or not. I get different information. You know, last night I was in the ocean swimming. A huge wave comes over me and I'm swimming in the ocean. And it's that in the ocean, in the water is the emotion, the currents of energy around me. And that's just the world as well. They're just so powerful. And we just have to ride it out, swim it out, and we'll be okay. Okay? Thank you. Okay. All right. Where's my...